What's up you guys, I'm Gill and I'm with my man Gill, who actually loved his GLE 43 video so much that he decided to give us his X5 40i M Sport audio. What's up bro?
What's up?
How have you been?
Good.
Alright, so now we're all set to walk around your X5 40i, monstrous looking SUV, fancy looking new DRLs that it has in the shape of these double arrow design. Illuminated kidney grille, I believe?
Yes.
Alright, and it is an active airstream kidney grille that sort of opens up whenever the engine requires air. Just simply opens and facilitates that airflow. Bit of that radar tech going down there. Then we have some air inlets out here. Massive looking wheels on the side. 21 inches, Y-shaped, really massive tires. Staggered setup, I believe. Stance to just simply deliver, you know, like a butch presence. I think you might want to call it a tank. Do you call it a tank in your household?
No, not really.
Not really.
Tank.
Okay, then what would you like to call it? Like a monster baby.
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay, let's do that. Monster baby boost. And down here we have a quad-tip exhaust, a bit of a glossed out diffuser down there. And the main bit about the X5 that I love so much is this split tailgate. Is the key with you?
Let me see. Yeah, I've got my phone.
Oh, the phone also acts as a key. And okay, there we have it.
There we go.
It opens up here. And then you just simply click that button out there. You can even lower or raise the vehicle from here if you want to dump in some luggage. And yeah, this is pretty awesome. So you just simply jump right in, sit out here and have a party and maybe a few drinks and stuff and just simply relax. That's what you do normally?
Without the drinks, yeah.
Without the drinks, all right, yeah, fair enough. Getting out of here now, we do have this bit of a hatch out here. What's this? Is this like a bat? Oh, it's a duster.
Yeah, bat's only in the Thar.
Oh, the Thar, all right. And then we have this hydraulic strut that raises and unveils our Pace Saver tire, which seems like you've used it once.
Yeah, it's come in handy.
It's come in handy. So overall, it's super comfortable. Front seats also can get folded and you've got massive space out there. Let's quickly get out of here now. Shut the boot. Just if I press this, what happens? It'll shut everything. Yeah, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Everything goes down shut. And in there, ladies and gents, is the B58, the most desirable engine that a BMW owner would ever want. It's a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder that makes 381 horsepower, 520 Newton meters of torque, and an SUV of this size, it is pretty much everything, completing that package completely. Now, if you go to see how come doesn't this make more power than the X4 M40i or the X3 M40i?
Yeah, and even the M340i LCIs.
Right. Yeah, but obviously those are more nimble, sports sedans.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's one thing out there. But that's kind of funny that this car isn't called an M40i and it still has that much of power. And down right there is that purple wiring that actually symbolizes our 48-volt mild hybrid technology, which is why this car doesn't make too much of noise when you sort of rev it, because that battery is smoothing things out, enabling Hakam and other X5 owners to get better mileage. Let's get out of here now. So now Hakam, you're about to show us the forward as well as reversing capability of this car using your cell phone in the BMW app, is it?
Yep.
Cars, come on, whoa. So you're holding. Does it brake? Will it actually brake as well?
Yeah.
No, this is... Can you steer?
I can't, but the car does steer.
Alright. This is super cool. I think this is just literally one more reason you need an X5. Now this car actually has these soft closing doors. Although no one's really going to be slamming the doors so softly on this monstrous SUV. But there you have it. It just simply dinks in so gently. It's kind of painful when somebody does go to slam them though. So my favorite bit inside this X5 40i cabin are these seats that are coated up in this ivory white shade. They're perforated, heated and cooled, and they're super comfortable thanks to all of this fine quilting that's been done across it right out here. As for the other remainder of the tech, there's a lot of elements. You get this electrically adjustable steering column that rakes as well as reaches towards you. Besides that, we have this phenomenal looking iDrive 8 screen, plethora of functions in there. You could pretty much take a look. Just simply click this. It has gotten a bit more complicated as compared to the older iDrives, because of these several and random icons that are just simply popping up out here. And then we even have this driver's display out here, which is simply is an extension of that glass that lands up there. It does change colors as in when you flick it from the 3 drive modes, that's Eco Pro, Comfort or Sport. So my AC vents as well, they're so funky, encapsulated by this little bit of a carbon fiber refinish at the back. Overall, the design language is pretty clean. Sadly, there are no AC buttons, no physical buttons at all to adjust this. You're going to have to press onto the touchscreen to access that. There's also a bit of a gesture control tech that actually works in out here, which is kind of moody. Leatherette finish across the top, stitched adding to the richness in the cabin, and then it moves into this vineyard panel out here. Then we even have this X5, which sort of changes as per the ambient lighting that you set inside the cabin. And these arrows, I think this is pretty much down to the fact that the DRLs are also now in the shape of this arrow at the front. Down in the glove box, you can even lock it if you wish to. The storage is nice and deep. Click this, and then we have a couple of cup holders down there, wireless charging pad. And then we also have a center console hatch out here. Nice deep storage, USB Type-C port in there as well. Now in the iDrive 8 system, you also get this fancy drive recorder that lets you take a look at all of the footages that have been recorded while you're driving and moving in the vehicle. All angles of the vehicle pretty much. You can just simply flick from rear, front, right, left, whatever you want. So you don't need any sort of dash cam. The Harman Kardon sound system as well inside the cabin makes for good noise, good amount of bass as well, so the bass lovers can have a proper party. The panoramic sunroof's massive, fully anthracite blacked out headliner that is part of this M Sport package that comes into this car. Let's do a quick visor test now into the X5 audio. Open this. Does it slide back? Sun's coming from there. And yes, it does. I'm totally protected. So now in our center console, which is totally glossed up here in black, it is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it does house up our ride height adjustment out here. You flick it down to just simply lower the vehicle, indicated by those green LEDs out there. And then you could raise it up as well. We also do get a fancy little touch out here with the hill descent control for this heavy vehicle, so you don't want to just simply keep sloping down a hill. And getting into the rear seats of the X5 40i, soft closing doors, make no mistake, and it's super comfortable. Overall visibility is brilliant. There's no real sense of claustrophobia or whatever. You can even mount up your iPad or something out here. You've got a Type-C charging port up there. Nice snug storage out here as well, which is pretty much airplane-esque. It just simply flaps that way. Leatherette stitching along the door panel, AC vents along the B pillows as well out here. Although this should have been a bit more richer. It's some nasty plastic that's been used and scratchy stuff out there. Other than that, my favorite bit in the rear seat portion is the sunshade right out here. Overall, the comfort in terms of the under thigh support as well, it is just simply top notch. The back seat comfort as well on the rear end is really neat and soft. We do have this center armrest as well out here. Just simply drop this down. Got a bit of a hatch out here, and then you have a couple of cup holders out there as well. Shut this, get this out of the way. Now 3 at the back is super comfortable. There's no real transmission tunnel or heaping hump or anything, so 3 at the back as well. Even for long distances, this car is going to be fantastically smooth. Double zone climatic control system right here at the back. There's 2 zones in the front, 2 at the back. You can simply adjust the airflow or the fan speed as well as the temperature. Headroom is great. I'm 5'10", 10.5", and there's ample amount of space above me. Legroom as well, front seats in my position, and there's good amounts of space as well. I could even stretch further. Let's get out of here. So we are moving in the X5 40i right now in its Eco Pro drive mode, and this mode is that one mode that will ensure that you get the best mileage, which can be pretty much shocking and amazing actually, given the fact that this is a 3-liter that makes 381 horsepower, 520 Newton meters of torque and everything. But still, the Eco Pro drive mode, what it enables this car to do is it reduces all the rolling resistance, so that just simply means the car is going to roll on much more further ahead and get you better mileage. Let's quickly move it into comfort now. And the iDrive 8 makes you realize that with all of these landscapes that pop up on this massive glass pane. This car packs in a 48-volt mild hybrid battery setup as well. You don't really feel anything that's going on with regards to the mode changing that you're doing out here. I really feel that this is the one mode that most drivers would really spend maximum time in, surely due to the way you get that instant zippy pickup. The moment you put your foot down on the accelerator, it just simply flies. So now we're in the comfort mode. Just keep this pedal pressed out here. It just simply gives me the sprint mode, and right now I could hear that engine revving up quite a fair bit because it gives you this instant boost probably for around about 10 seconds. Now in terms of the cornering and stuff, we will talk more about that once we immediately flick it into the sport mode. So currently we are in Sport Plus, which is pretty much the maxed out sport setting. This car now has those adaptive dampers. It really stiffens the vehicle, lowers the ride height as well the moment you flick it into the Sport Plus mode or the Sport mode. The steering has stiffened up, yeah, quite a fair bit. In terms of the cornering now, yeah, there is the slightest bit of that body roll, but I still do feel that it can actually handle and grip these roads very well. It flies, it absolutely flies all the way. We have these sport displays coming out here showing our torque figures and then the power that's being produced as well as the boost that's being generated. But yeah, 3-digit figures are attained in a flash. Overall, the suspension, although it has supposed to have been, you know, stiffened up because of the dampers doing their job, I still do feel there is a lot of comfort in this. Oh, hell lot of comfort. I mean, because the road noise, it does creep in. That's pretty much the only element that's coming in. Otherwise, you're pretty much disconnected from whatever's happening in the outside world out there. But this surge, yeah, the B58 making that bit of a muted grunt. So in terms of that exhaust note as well, we aren't getting too much out here. It's a quad tipped exhaust at the rear. So a quick braking test on this X5. Gear shifts just simply jolts in the Sport Plus mode, but when you brake on it, you need some good brakes on a vehicle like this. And I really feel that, yeah, the braking is on point. So that pretty much does it. That was our drive in the X5 40i. And pretty much for me, this is one hell of a SUV in terms of the tech, the practicality, as well as all of the money that you just simply put down. And weighs in at about 1 crore 6 lakh rupees ex showroom. You are getting a massive car for that massive amount of money. How come? What do you think about your choice that you made on this?
I love it.
You love it, right?
We've driven it 10,000 kilometers in, I'd say, 3 months.
3 months, all right.
Yeah.
So I think he'd probably want to make this into the most driven X5 40i as well, just the way his GLE 43 is the most driven one in India right now. And overall, I do definitely think that this simply is the SUV, which is the complete package, because you're getting everything right inside it, right then and there. I'm Raspreet Gill, and I will see you all for the next one, probably with Hakam Gill one more time with some of his other cars as well. Thank you, brother. I will see you. Thank you.